Recently, Congress approved legislation that will extend the first-time homebuyer tax credit beyond its initial November 30th deadline and expand it to an even wider group of homebuyers. Here's Dr. David Crow, the chief economist at the National Association of Home Builders, with the facts you need to know to take advantage of this tax credit. Who is eligible to claim the tax credit?
Anyone who purchases a principal residence is eligible for the tax credit. First-time home buyers are eligible for the credit if they haven't owned a home in the past 3 years. Repeat buyers are eligible if they've owned a home for 5 of the last 8 years.
What is the definition of a first-time home buyer?
First-time home buyers simply must not have owned a principal residence for the past 3 years. If it's a couple, both the husband and the wife must not have owned a principal residence.
How is the amount of the tax credit determined?
The amount of the tax credit is 10% of the purchase price, up to $8,000 for a first-time home buyer and $6,500 for a repeat buyer.
Are there any income limits for claiming the tax credit?
There are income limits for home buyers. For a single buyer, it's $125,000. For a married couple, it's $225,000. There are allowances for slightly above that for a percentage of the home buyer credit.
What types of homes will qualify for the tax credit?
The home must be a principal residence. Beyond that, it can be any kind of a home. It can be a single-family home, it can be a condo, it can be a townhouse. As long as it's your principal residence, it qualifies for the tax credit.
Is there a price limit on eligible homes?
The maximum price of the home cannot exceed $800,000 in order to get a tax credit.
How do I claim the tax credit?
Claim the tax credit by filling out IRS Form 5405 when you file your income tax. You can refile a past year's income tax return and get the refund when it comes, or you can file your next year's return and submit that form with it.
If I'm qualified for the tax credit and buy a home in 2009 or 2010, can I apply the tax credit against my 2008 or 2009 tax return?
You can refile your 2008 tax return if you purchase a home in 2009. And similarly, you can refile your 2009 return after you have purchased a home in 2010.
If you haven't been to federalhousingtaxcredit.com, then go check it out. There are a lot more details about the tax credit there. We suggest the Frequently Asked Questions page. It's a great place to start.